The secret to the stock market unlocked. Plus, two stocks with the biggest chance to get you rich is here.
My savages! Money man in the thing of a T and playing no games. Should already know my name when I speak NCC Flame. Got my YouTube poppin', man. Like, subscribe, and everything in between. You already know. Money man. You already know.
What's going on, my savages? Welcome back to Browntown Opulence. I need y'all to hit that like button, subscribe, and share, and tell your friends about Money Man. You already know on this stock and this crypto, man. I'm telling you right now. But before we get into it, I am not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. This is just for entertainment purposes only. I'm just telling y'all what I'm doing and what I'm thinking about getting. But first, we're going to get into it, man. Them two stocks with the biggest chance to get you rich is here. The first one is one of the other big dogs, man. Y'all already know. You probably got it in your pocket right now. Apple. Let's take a look. All right, my savage. We on Webull looking at the Apple chart. Y'all see my lines. Y'all know how I do it. I like to do mine manual. But you can still do the Fibonacci retracement if you want to. But we on the day chart right here, man. Right now on close on this weekend. Depends on when you're watching the video. Apple is at $255.30, man. I'm telling you, Apple done skyrocketed and been on the run. As you can see this uptrend right here all the way since April 7th, 2025, from the bottom all the way up until now, where the top was $288.35. But we looking at it right now, man. As y'all can see how I like to do my lines on here, I like to go ahead and mark mine out. So the top right here that we broke past when we hit 288 was at 279. That's a rough mark right there. $279 was when we broke past, but we didn't stay up there that long. Now, as you can see, we consolidated a couple of days, touched that 279, but never did break through, and then boom, we came right back down. Now, what we looking at, we on this support level right here at 258. As you can see, we already under it. But this, if we can break below and hold, then we go into this uptrend line right here, where to give you about 252, 250 around that range. And then if we break past that, then we go into 244, man. We going to 244. But I see it going back down to 244, 243 right there. And then they're going to be a critical level, because after 244, 243, if it break past that, we going all the way back down to 194, potentially. Not saying it's really going to happen, but based on how I do my chart and stuff like this, that's potential. If we break past 244 or 243, we could potentially go all the way back down to 194 on this Apple stock, man. I'm telling you right now, this probably the best chance, the best time to get in. But y'all know, Money Man ain't gonna wait. I'm gonna tell you, man. I'm looking at my chart. I'm believing in the chart, and the chart telling me we potentially could go back down to 244. And if we break 244 and 243, then we could possibly go back down to 194. Now, if we break past that 243, 244, and we get up in this range, and you want to go ahead and scoop you up some, go right ahead. Dollar cost average, scoop you up some, fraction of shares. It depends on what money, how much money you got, and how much money you willing to lose. You know what I'm saying? But I'm a long-term investor, man. If I see Apple anywhere between that 243 to 194, I'm definitely getting it somewhere around that range, because it's a big range that you can get it, man. You know what I'm saying? But the closer we get to 194, the more I'm going to buy. Like I said, you nibble up here just a little bit. Don't go all in. That means we potentially about to keep going down. Keep going down. Now, my other little secret, man, I like to look at the Fibonacci candles. I like looking at those. The reason why I like looking at the Fibonacci, man, it give me a little cleaner and clear candle, and I can actually see what's going on, man. You know what I'm saying? So we got these big, long red candles right here. You see we had the little doji right there. Then that was probably the indecision back on February 9th. That was the indecision came in. Then you see we still consolidated for the next 2 days, and then it decided we're going to come back down. And you already know, I'm looking at the EMAs too. My 5 EMA, I already done crossed my 13 EMA, because I got the 5 EMA, the 13 EMA, the 50 EMA, and the 200. But my 5 already done crossed the 13 and potentially about to cross the 50. We're going to see what the market do when it open back up. But that 200 line way down here, well, like I said, if we break past this uptrend line that I got what's the yellow line. We break past that line, then we go into 244. Then we're going to definitely pass the 200 EMA in, and then we probably potentially could go all the way back down to that 194, like I said right there. And the RSI sitting at 39 right now. All right, the next big dog we got up is Microsoft. And if you didn't know, Microsoft is everywhere. In all these companies, everything you almost touch got Microsoft in. I don't care if you got Apple that we just covered. Microsoft had something to do with it. I'm telling you right now. But right now, we're looking at Microsoft at $400.17, as you can see with the market close. And then we already had reached highs up here, almost close to $500, $550 on Microsoft. Then we start coming all the way down, as you can see right here. We're looking at this area right here. Now, that resistance level we had hit at 490. That's where we had start coming back down right here. Then we had broke through this 446 right here, 446, 445 right here. Then we came all the way down. Then we had this support level at 394 right here, man. You see we had broke through it a little bit at 392.32 right now, but we stuck here right here at the 394, 395. But if we break through that thing, then we could potentially go back down to 344, man. I'm telling you, that could be the time to get in between this range, 394 all the way down to 344. That's what I would load up, you know what I'm saying? But if you want to buy at this point, you can. You still can buy a little bit at this point. Like I said, not financial advice, but you can still buy around this range right here. We consolidating, and we're going to see what happens. But the 5 EMA had already crossed. The 5 EMA crossed all of them. It never did cross the 50, but recently it never did cross the 50, but then it came back down under the 13 EMA. And then you can see right here on the MACD that we losing a little momentum. So it might curve a little bit up, but if it go back up to the 446, we're going to see. If it break through that 446, then we back on the uptrend, and then we're probably going to 491 again. Then we're going to have to test that resistance again. But right now, we're going to test this support. And then if we break through, like I said, we break down past that 392, we going to 344. If we hold and consolidate right here, we're going back up to 446. Then we got another situation right there. If we're going to break through that 446, that resistance at 446 to go back up to 491, or we're going to get rejected and come back down to this 392, 394 right here, man. But I'm telling you, we just got to keep an eye on it. But like I said, if you want to go ahead and start nibbling a little bit, you can go ahead and get in there. But Money Man, that range he really want to get in is that 392, 394 all the way down to that 344, man. I'd be trying to load up in that area right there, man. I'm telling you, this economy going crazy. We don't know what the president gonna do and what he gonna say and what gonna come out of his mouth and what's going on across that water, man. So you just got to be prepared. That's why you need to have your money already loaded, your dry powder already loaded on them accounts, so you can go ahead and pounce when you need to pounce. Now, I told y'all the secret to the stock market is unlocked. Now, this is just what I like to look at, and probably the easiest and simplest way to understand if the market is up or if the market is coming down. And I'm telling you, man, if you can learn how to look at this and read this, and it's real simple, you could probably start getting to be an excellent trader and start reading these charts. And what the big secret, Money Man, what's the secret to the stock market? It's the VIX, V-I-X right here, the market volatility index. I'm telling you right here, man, when this VIX is high in the 20s, as you can see way back here, man, way back here, back in April 7th, that when Trump came out and talked about them tariffs, we got all the way up to 60. But in the $20 range and above 20, that's when you know. Listen close now. This the easiest way to determine it. When you 20 and up, you know that the stock market is very volatile and it's coming down. I'm telling you right now. Now, the closer you get to $15 and $14, you know the market is going up. It's just that simple, man. If you want to know what the market is doing and what you need to get ready for, or if you need to get your dry powder ready to buy something, just look at the VIX. So the VIX at $20.60 right now, and we real at this resistance level right here, man. We had broke it a couple months ago last year. We had broke it twice last year, and that would have been the perfect time to get in. To buy your options or your stock, whatever your favorite stock or your options you were looking at, that would have been the perfect time to get in. Like I told you, man, 2 times right here. We had one in October, then we had one in November when it broke, and then way back in April, then when it broke again. But now it looks like we headed back to that territory up into them high 20 range, all the way up to $27. That could be the possibility that we see. Now, if we get all the way up to 27, I'm going to tell you, to go get what you need to get and what you've been looking at and been preparing for, because that is the opportunity you've been waiting on. That's the opportunity everybody been waiting on. So when the VIX is high, that's the time to buy. Oh, okay, I'm about to use that. When the VIX is high, that's the time to buy. I'm telling you right now, I ain't talking about buying the VIX. The VIX, buy your favorite stock or whatever stock you've been doing your research on and looking at, you know what I'm saying? But if the VIX is down, coming back down to this 14, if we hit the resistance right here and we bounce back down, then you already know the market still in indecision and we don't know what's going to happen. So right now we just trading a little sideways, but we still at this resistance level. But we're going to see if we break through this $22. So if we break through this 22, then we go on to 27 potentially. But if we get rejected, then we might consolidate. I ain't going to say we're going to come all the way down because, like I said, the economy doing some crazy stuff right now. But if we could start coming back down closer to the 15 and the 14, then we already know everything is all good, man. Like I said, that's just a quick, easy, simple way to know what the stock market is doing. Just look at the VIX. If the VIX is high, 20 and above, then you know the market doing horrible. If the VIX is down to 15 to 14, then you know the market is doing good, man. That's the easiest, simplest way I can explain it, and just to get y'all your foot in the door to understand how this volatility in the stock market work and when to buy and when not to buy, and when potentially you might need to pounce on that opportunity because you might not get it again. But you know what I'm saying? But it is what it is, man. I appreciate y'all for coming. Hit that like button, subscribe, and share the Brown Time Opulence. Hit that like button, subscribe, and share, and tell your friends about that Brown Time Opulence. Money man in this thing. Guaranteed ain't playing no game, bro. I'm bringing back these stocks and these crypto for y'all. Stay tuned for the next video, man. I'm telling you, man, we doing big things over here, and you don't want to miss it. But y'all already know what time it is.
My savage, Money man in the thing, of a T and playing no games. Should I already know my name when I speak in CC Flame. Got my YouTube popping, man. Like, subscribe, and everything in between. You already know. Money man, you already know.